The equipment, in one sense, isn't important. Like, it doesn't. I don't think it actually matters that if you enjoy a piece of music, how it was made or what you made it on. I don't think, because I think, for me, music that I enjoy most, I'm not sitting there thinking, "Wow, that saxophone's really good," or "That drum's really good," or it's just it sort of transcends the fact that you're. For me, it transcends the fact that it's made in reality. Even it's because it takes you into a realm which is not reality, which is a sort of, well, I don't know the word for it. I don't call it a name, but maybe some sort of spiritual reality. To be honest, I hated Kraftwerk when I was young. I just thought it just sounded horrible, you know. It's just,
why?
To me, it just sounded. I didn't register the sort of anything groundbreaking about it. It just sounded really thin, because I was used to like really kind of chunky like dub, like, you know, and it's just like sort of, it just sounded really thin and weak to me at the time. Although now I admit, I really love Kraftwerk these days, you know. Basically what I want to do is get some drums, get maybe like a piano or some sort of keyboard thing, and obviously the bass guitar then comes from me, and I don't know really, you know, maybe like a string sound or something. I don't know. I mean, it varied sort of from time to time, but I always sort of, in particular, just had like maybe like 4 or 5 pockets of sound in my head, whatever they would be, and the idea was to get those pockets of sound to interact. So really the sampling procedure was quite kind of superficial, you know. That doesn't really matter so much to me, almost, you know, as long as I've got some sounds there. I maybe at the start don't even know how they're going to work together, but by starting to kind of fit things together, a structure almost materialises out of nothing. You can get synthesizers, I don't know why they do it, but in particular that one over there, if you get it just to make a regular clicking pulse, every time it makes a pulse it's a different volume for some reason, and that's the sort of life which I attribute to machines. Indeed. I don't sort of, you know, maybe it's not even any good, I don't know, but it's, you know, certainly interesting. Yeah. So this is a piece, just you actually making a point of that machine randomness. Mm-hmm. What it's done is using gates which switch on the sound or off according to its volume. So some sounds will come in and out, but they come in unpredictably. I can't say how it does it, apart from the fact that the volume for some reason of the clicks is always changing, and I can't see a pattern to how it does it. It's totally chaotic. So, what? You know, what I just didn't know, I couldn't understand it at first. Well, no, I don't know, understand it's the wrong word, but when I first heard it, it was just totally mind-blowing, actually. I just heard it, and it actually stayed in my head for quite a long time after that, and you know, got a copy of it. And there's another one as well. Is it Song of the Children or something? Is that right? Oh. Yeah, well, that's it. Also that as well. And really, like, that is actually one of the main influences, or one of the main things that really set my mind on this thing about getting away from sequencing, because it's felt so free. You know, it wasn't the tyranny, or if that's a sort of slightly excessive word, but the tyranny of the meter and the bar was so, it seemed so far away from those kind of repetitive pieces, more repetitive or more kind of singular, or at least singular in tempo, pieces of music, that it almost seemed to kind of transcend the whole idea of those things. There we go. So this is a piece I made directly, not using sequencing. It's just layered sounds on tape, manipulating it from the tape. So. My head is always, my sort of intellectual mind is so far behind what I'm actually doing. Really, like, at the end of the day, what I'm saying, it doesn't matter really, because at the end of the day, all that matters that I've done is the sound, which you hear. To me, in one sense, that you always learn from imitation, but ultimately, when I go into a record shop, I can hear 100 records, but to me, sound the same, and I'm not interested in a single one of them. Or I can just maybe buy one, and then that's it. You know, I don't need the other 99, because although it seems like, oh, there's all this music coming out, it's such a vibrant thing, but really there's no progress being made between those records. To me, it's just this sort of ultra modernistic thing of you know, well, it's got to make the new one, the new one, the new one. But really, the gaps between them are just nothing. There's no invention anymore. Do you know what I mean? Between those things, and I really hate that. I really resent that. I really just, a lot of my kind of contemporary people are just not interested, because I'm trying to make things which relate to the past, so it can relate to the future as well. I don't want to be forgotten about in 10 years' time. I don't want to be forgotten about in 110 years' time. I probably will be, because I'm not, you know, I haven't got the status to be make that much effect, but I don't know.